Like most households and businesses, local governments must manage a stream of revenue and expenses to ensure that services are delivered to its constituents. Municipal expenses vary by type and by community and include education, public safety, public works, and other costs. To budget for and fund these expenses, cities and towns rely on different revenue streams, including property taxes and local receipts such as meal and motor vehicle excise. Municipalities also receive local aid from the state and may use their own financial reserves for these costs as well. Property taxes are the most significant revenue source for Massachusetts municipalities, as they are the primary revenue source for all cities and towns across the Commonwealth. On average, property taxes account for over 70% of local budgets. Therefore, understanding Proposition 2.5, a statewide law that governs property tax assessment, is a key part of municipal budgeting and management. Approved by Massachusetts voters in 1980, Proposition 2.5 sets limits on the amount of property tax that can be collected or levied by a city or town annually. It outlines how new growth in the tax base can be identified and sets guidelines for levy limit overrides, underrides, and exclusions. A detailed walkthrough of Proposition 2.5 can be found on DLS's Municipal Finance Training and Resource Center. Since property taxes are the primary source of revenue for Massachusetts municipalities, the assessor serves as a key member of a community's financial management team. Among their other duties, the assessor prepares and maintains an accurate property database and classifies real estate into 4 classes: residential, commercial, industrial, and open space. They also determine the valuation of property as of the January 1st assessment date, which requires knowledge of various appraisal methodologies. Once a municipality's tax rate and property valuations are approved, the assessors also prepare a tax list and warrant and commit taxes to the collector. They also grant abatements and exemptions to taxpayers who must file timely applications with the assessors and administer motor vehicle and other excise bills. The assessor works closely with the collector, as well as other members of the financial management team. As we will see, teamwork amongst local officials is essential to effective financial management in every community. Let's look at just a few of the responsibilities of other local officials. The tax collector is responsible for billing and collecting all taxes committed by the assessor. As mentioned, the collector receives the tax commitment from the assessor, sends bills to taxpayers, and collects corresponding payments. In some communities, the collector collects not just taxes, but all accounts due to the municipality, such as water and sewer bills. Once collected, funds are turned over to the treasurer, who is the custodian of all municipal funds. The treasurer is responsible for the deposit, investment, and disbursement of municipal funds. They work with the community's financial advisor and bond counsel and supervise the debt issuance process. The treasurer also manages the tax title process once the collector has made a tax taking as the result of an unpaid bill. The accountant or auditor records all of the financial transactions of the municipality. They use this information to prepare financial reports like the balance sheet submission in Schedule A for review by the Division of Local Services. The accountant auditor also prepares interim reports for the community to consider during the fiscal year to assist in budgeting, and also notifies departments monthly of unspent and unencumbered appropriation balances. All bills for payment are approved by the accountant auditor, who monitors spending to assure that goods have been delivered and services have been rendered. These and other members of the financial management team work together with other appointed or elected officials who oversee and manage local government. But who are these other elected or appointed officials? This depends on whether the community is a city or a town. In most towns, an elected select board serves as the chief executive branch with responsibility for developing overall policy and coordinating the general operations of town government. The select board appoints certain officials in the town, whether it be in accordance with state statute, a charter provision, or local bylaw. The select board issues town meeting warrants and negotiates collective bargaining agreements for all departments, except schools, and approves vendor and payroll warrants for payment by the treasurer. The select board also prepares or reviews budget proposals for town meeting approval. These budget responsibilities are usually shared with the Finance Committee, a body that advises town meeting on financial matters. The board also plays a role in tax policy by voting to place a Proposition 2.5 override, debt exclusion, or capital outlay exclusion question on the ballot. The legislative body of a town is town meeting. As the appropriating authority of a town meeting adopts the budget and authorizes debt issuances. Town meeting also has local lawmaking authority through the enactment of bylaws. Most towns have a chief administrative officer that oversees its day-to-day operations. This person is usually referred to as the town administrator or town manager. As with other roles, the responsibilities of this individual vary by community, but will typically involve the coordination of the financial operations of the town. Other duties are likely to be assigned by the select board as needed. In a city, the mayor or city manager is the chief executive officer. The mayor or city manager has all the duties of the select board in towns, including appointing authority and oversight of administration and finances. In a city, however, this individual prepares and submits the budget to the city council, which can then only approve, reduce, or reject the mayor's budget proposal. The city council is the legislative branch in a city, and is the municipality's appropriating authority, which adopts a budget and authorizes debt. It also has lawmaking authority through the enactment of ordinances. City council plays a role in tax policy by placing Proposition 2.5 questions on the ballot with the mayor's approval. We've reviewed just some of the responsibilities of local officials who play an important role in the financial management of their communities, which requires collaboration amongst a financial management team. For more information, visit the Division of Local Services website at mass.gov/DLS. There you can find the Municipal Finance Training and Resource Center, and find more information about roles and responsibilities of local officials and best practices for municipal financial management. You can also visit DLS's YouTube page, linked on our website, for other informational videos like this one on a wide array of municipal finance topics. Thanks for watching.